Welcome to today's talk, and today we are giving 4 masturbation tips for men. We are looking into what is masturbation, society's perception of masturbation, pros and consequences, and what is not known about masturbation. Kunyonga. Mbona mtu hunyonga? Kunyonga ni nini? And the society's perception of kunyonga, and a little knowledge around kunyonga. So first things first, masturbation. The first tip is how to do it. For people who masturbate, is there a proper way of doing it? Or is it just done anyhowly? So into the first tip, I'm like, you know, when you are masturbating, temunanyonga, you are mimicking sex, which involves a man and a woman and the sexual organs. So the first mistake around how to do it is that man should masturbate first of all slowly, calmly, and then don't hold your penis tightly than the tightness of an actual vagina. And why am I saying this? First of all, if you are rough about masturbation, the texture of your skin is not the same as the texture of the vaginal walls of a woman or a female. So there is a distortion around there. You may find out that the skin of the penis might be affected. Another thing on how to do it. Wakati una have sex, the female sexual organ has a design of its own. Hawezi anza ku have sex and then you come instantly. It takes time. The temperature rising, activity rising, emotions, heart pumping, the veins getting large due to the rate of blood flow. So it is a process. But ukienda hapo na unashika penis yako and then you're holding it tightly, then there comes a contradiction, because the instrument is designed to enter into a vagina, which also has its own design. So if you must masturbate, you should emulate the design of the vagina and take it slow. Otherwise, this might lead to premature ejaculation. Vitu hazijaiva sana. Another thing on the first tip, another point on the first tip is deformation of the penis, the structure itself. You know, when you're holding it tightly, pulling it and doing all the things around it, you affect the shape and the growth of the penis. Probably in a negative way. So that is the first tip on how to do it. The second tip, masturbating biologically. And what do I mean in this context when I say biologically? You know, for people who don't have regular sex or don't have sexual partners, semen concentration and levels might get high over time. And this might have an impact to the man's mentality. So at some point, you might want to relieve yourself of the pressure of the high energies. So, first thing, do not involve pornography in the process. Another thing, do not involve imagery of other women who you know or you think about or you think of. Why? Biologically means you have to release the excessive energies that you might be carrying in your balls. So the process should be purely biologically and not involving other dimensions. For example, when involved, we know sex is a sacred practice, and this means that spiritual beings are involved. So you bringing in an image of a different person whose consent is not involved might also mean you are tapping into spiritual realms that the consequences might be there or you might not like. So if you are masturbating biologically out of the signals sent from your balls to your psychology, then it should be purely biological without involving other realms of life. A topic for another day. That has been the second tip, and we're going to the third tip around masturbation, and that will be addiction. You know, when masturbating, if masturbating is the first level, addiction is just around here, the next level. I don't think it is advisable to be an addict of anything, because too much of anything might be poisonous. So, usiku unanyonga every now and then, like thought comes in your brain, ushaingia site, umeingia place, umeingia room, unanyonga. And where might this come from? When you're masturbating, you're watching pornography. Pornographic films are addictive by themselves. So you're just increasing your chances of addiction. Ama imaginary masturbation, imagination and masturbation. When you see a certain girl around your yard, ama pale kwa phone, chats, WhatsApp and everything, you get aroused. Unanyonga. So time unanyonga na picha yake, it is very definite that when you see this girl, you likely think of masturbation again. And this will pin you down to addiction. And when you talk of addiction, it contradicts the second point, which is masturbating for biological purposes with a full stop, strictly. So, one should avoid masturbation addiction by all means. What do I mean by this? For example, you don't have a partner. It's been quite some time you haven't seen someone in bed, I mean. And your energies zimefika place zenye hata unashindwa kucontrol. Now they are messing up your psyche. Ukichikideme pale chini kashanza pa ukichikinika sauti kakitokea place ushache. So unajua that's dangerous, because at that level a man can even rape, can be very prone. Raping inaweza kuwa very prone around that time. Then unaweza pata pia other negative things zinaweza kuwa tu around you juu uko na energies high, so zina attract to all the things that can lead you to temptations which might be of their consequences. So on to our fourth tip. Semen retention. You don't have to masturbate, and this is the most important one. Instead of masturbating, there are other techniques you can put in place which will substitute the act of masturbation, and in turn they might be more profitable than jacking off your energies, your masculine energies. So you can do this by massaging your balls. Yeah? Kisikia energies manzi ziki over the bar, you just find a cool place, silently chilled place, fiti tu. Then hata unaweza tumia maybe some special oil, and then instead of touching your dick, touch your balls, massage them, massage them, massage them, massage them. And that's a topic for another day. Face to face, face to face.